wanacheza na dhidi ya kama ninadanganya. Maanisha kwamba muziki ya AFC lakini kwa bahati mbaya hatukuweza. Sawa sawa. So tunaenda kwa awamu ya tatu. Hapo ni speeches from the Dero FC committee ambapo tunaanza na team manager alafu tutaingia kwa secretary tafadhali.
Okay. As I said earlier, I'm the team manager of the Dero FC. You come a long way. You come from far. Dero FC, we have junior team, the under 14. We also have the ladies team, who is currently playing regional league. We just concluded the regional league. We also have the senior men team. We just concluded the county league. So, Mheshimiwa, I want to inform you that at one point we were playing the county league. We managed to go to regional league. We were promoted to Division 2. Right now we just concluded the county league. So that tells you a lot. We are playing backward, which should not be expected. But there is one reason for that, and I hope you know it. You've been in the sport. It's all about resources. It's all about resources. It comes a time that at one point we could not honor. You know, in football, if you don't honor 2 matches, you are relegated. So after promotion to regional league, back then, we went to Division 2. Division 2, we played for 2 seasons. The first season, then the second season. The second season, we could not complete all the matches, especially away match. We didn't manage to play 2 away matches. We had to go back to regional. Again, in the regional, we did not manage to play 2 matches back to county. So we just concluded the county league the other week. Good enough, we've been promoted again. We are joining regional league again. So, as I've just said, my humble request is just all about resources. So I know there are so many ways of getting resources. One, I'm happy my area MC is here. So through your intervention with our MCA, I will request, we have a very beautiful playing ground here. One, I will request if it can be upgraded. Then if it can be blinded, so that if you have a home match, we can get at least something small to run our logistics. That's, I believe, is one way we can get some resources. So otherwise, I don't have much. I know there are so many speakers. We are chasing time. Thank you so much for that.
Asante sana Bwana TM, secretary of the team.
To our chief guest, our area MCA, our area chief, our visitors, and the community at large. Good morning. Yeah, I'll just be brief. I'll just tell our guests how this Dero was started. Dero started in 2015, and up to date, we've just been trying. Through the mercy of God, today we are here, and we've done best in some ways, and some challenges we've been managing. Dero, as you've been told earlier, it has a technical bench, which consists of the patron, who is Dr. Ezron. He couldn't manage to be here, but he has sent his apology. We have our chairman, we have the secretary, who is Bobo Kaka. And we have our treasurer, team manager, liaison officer, and the media or PR officer. The thing that today we are talking about is how we've been managing these young people. Sometimes it becomes difficult. We want to go to Kisumu, we don't have that means of transport. It means that we try to gather all the resources everywhere, so that at least sometimes we gather until we give up, because it's now too late. We were supposed even to play at around 11. We are collecting resources up to maybe 2. Going there, the ball was already, everything has already been captured. So that's why sometimes we go up to Division 2 and then we collapse again. So our humble request today, because we have a visitor, you know, a visitor, if you talk to a visitor well, sometimes they can always bring so many things. Yeah. So today, our main issue is just support. We are having men's league and women's league. So we are ladies league and men's league. So we are trying, by the end of the league, we need around 800,000, so that at least we can capture the transportation, we can capture their logistics and everything, even their feedings. So we are humbly requesting, if our visitor will chip in some way or another, maybe we will be grateful. The second thing, we are requesting our guest that if he might one day request so that he can be our chief guest, so that at least we can mobilize, resources, how we can get even some Mburariere, the Nissans. We can always take to we can always use it as a means of transport. Yeah. There are some Mburariere that they can take you where you want at the end of the day. Bora mmeanza mapema. Yes. So we will be grateful if our chief guest today will arrange so that we can mobilize the resources. Siku yenye tumemuita kuwe guest of honor, akuje tu atusaidie at least tupate means of transport. Means of transport is the major challenge in this. Yes. That is the Mburariere. Yes. Yeah. And then finally, I'll just summarize. We also need the sporting equipment. Sporting equipment, we don't have enough. So we really urge you, if you can help us in sporting equipment, I think we will be in a better position. We want to talk of Dero playing other leagues, even League 1, League 2. We need Dero to be somewhere. At the end of the day, if I meet my friend chairman, I'll be very happy competing his team. So I'm very grateful, and you are very most welcome in Nyilima Sport Ground. Thank you.
Haya. Secretary, vitu ambavyo umesema vyote. Mimi nimejua imekwisha. Ikiwa Kogalo ndio wako na gari kiasi ile, ambao ukikaa unadhania uko kwenye ndege. Sasa kitu ambacho umesema hapa, hiyo kesho imepika. Tuache kesho imepika hiyo. Kesho imepika tayari. Fan chairman.
Asante kwa mgeni wetu wa leo. Kwa majina ni Ezekiel Ngonga na MC Area. Asante kwako kukuja ili tukae pamoja kwa ajili ya timu yetu ya Dero. Abro huyo gidoluoni ke chan fans. Bwana asifiwe. Fans? Eliud Mano fans. Anyala wacho ni erokamano jatelo. Jaduong asetemo asebiro nyaka dalani, anang'e nyaka dalani, kendo amor kodi gi timbeni. Omiyo kapok adhi kata mabor, gima jagoro wacho cha, ata goye kawacho ni jatelo ni ji osebete gor mang'eny to ne baso utamo kel. Wanda wadwar mana bura, kodwaro 33 seater to warach. Jatelo mane gimoro kod jatelo. Jatelo ok nyal kelo nwambura e Dero ka. Fans liwe to kanye.
management kama hiyo. Fans wako na paka chairman wao wanabeba vitu vyao jinsi ambavyo wanavyovifanya. Vitu ambavyo tunaviona AFC Leopards ndio wakifanya, Gor Mahia wakifanya na Shabana pia wakifanya. Shabana tusichukulie ni timu ya zamani, ni timu ya saizi, ni timu ya zamani kabisa. Kuna wengine wamekaa hapa mbele huenda walichezea. Nakumbuka uncle yangu ndo alikuwa akinielezea jinsi ambavyo Gor walichukua ilikuwa wakati huo inaitwa Mandela Cup. Peter Dao fall imewekwa. Na jinsi anavyonielezea hizo vitu vyote, yeye ananiambia naona. Peter Dao amejifanyisha anafunga kiatu. Na ni fall. Na umejua kwenye kila timu kuna mtu ambaye amejua kupiga free kick. Sasa haijulikani nini ambapo Peter Dao aliona. Ametoka amepiga watu wakiangalia mpira uko kwenye neti. Sasa namuuliza na wewe ulionaje mpira uko kwenye neti? Hiyo kwa ni kwenye redio. Hiyo kwa ni kwenye redio. Yaani jinsi unavyonielezea yote hii ni redio ndio mtangazaji kwa anaeleza. Ni mtangazaji tu. Kwa hivyo sasa hizi jinsi ambao tulivyo hapa tupo mbashara. Ninaposema mbashara tuko live kwenye internet. Kwa hivyo kila kitu ambacho kinafanyika kinafuatiliziwa. Watu wapo ambao kwa Amerika sasa hizi wanaona kitu ambacho kinafanyika hapa Nyilima. Kwa hivyo anayefuata ni area chief. Tumekuwa tukilindwa pia wakati huo huo. Kwa hivyo area chief, karibu.
Thank you very much. On Eliud Owalo, the area MCA, our celebrated soccer legends who are accompanying you, members of the community, and the football club. Good afternoon. Dero, on Eliud Owalo, I lack words to express what you are doing. If I can do recall very well, today is the third time you have been here. Your part 2 previous meetings, you brought to the members of the community one of the most celebrated soccer clubs in Kenya, in Africa, and in the world. That was the only time members, in fact, they didn't come to see to watch the game. They only came to see what they call Gor Mahia. And from that day on, those who, some of the members of their community or from other regions who participated here, some benefited and now are playing different leagues. I know through your Eliud Owalo Foundation, you are not only involved in soccer, but in education and other religious activities. Just the other day, you were at Oboch Primary School in partnership with the Safaricom Foundation. You had put on a building. In West Asembo, we had Kametho. We have one of the most modern market which is being brought up now through Eliud Owalo Foundation. I know it might not augur well when I say this, but it's a fact. Goal started a long time ago. We have been having politicians, but it is you who thought it's right, out of your own decision, to buy a modern bus for Gor Mahia. We know we have members of the community hailing from this region who are also members, but they did not go beyond what you had done. That shows clearly you are not a one-man show, you are a team player. One thing which has really pleased me, normally we call them forgotten heroes, and indeed they are forgotten heroes. In Africa, once players are of their prime ages, they are called retired. But these people are not retired. You know, when you brought Cholo Juakali here, Peter Ochieng Dao, Makamu, you know, some of these things, some of you were not born when these guys were playing. These were dreaded players, I'm telling you. Goal was a team to watch. Can they call Tipi Mazembe? Name them all. What was their name? Cholo Juakali? El Hilal, another one. El Merreikh of Sudan, another one. experience. Those were real teams. And when they came to Nairobi, the only team they feared was Gor Mahia. There was a time when you were playing continental game and two teams met somewhere. I don't know where they met. Where was that? AFC Leopards and Gor Mahia. That was in Sudan. And now you have come all the way. You know, I support only two teams. Only three teams in the whole world. I support Dero, I support Gor, and the Blues. I know it might not go well with you. That's where I belong. That's where I belong. So, sir, this team you are seeing before you, their players are young. One of their greatest challenges is mobility. And you have heard what they have said. You might not do it today, but it's a food for thought. I believe through your foundation and through your networking, something will be done. In addition to that, let me now, before members of this Asembo community, inform them that through your foundation, I was privileged to accompany you to Maseno High School, where you have sponsored, you had sponsored two students, full scholarship from Form 1 and Form 4, and if at all they succeed in after doing their fourth four, they are going to join university. Why don't you clap for Mheshimiwa? Mheshimiwa is a performer. It was a language of the eye. Before the then cabinet minister was dissolved, the cabinet was dissolved. If you, some of you who are following the media, he was among the top performing 3 cabinet ministers. And our president, His Excellency, Ruto, has a lot of faith in him. And that's why, sir, when you are come to Nyilima, this occasion would have been graced too by the area DCC. Unfortunately, he's unwell. The area assistant commissioner is also sick. But I cannot afford to miss. Because when I am before these great legends, I feel happy. May God bless you, sir.
Tukimwona chief, hiyo tumeona office of the presidency. Kwa hivyo tumeweza kumwona president ambaye amekuja hapa mbele yetu tayari. Kando na hivyo fans, mnaombwa siku ya Jumatano mkutane hapa hivi saa 8. Kando na hivyo, wacha turudi mahali ambapo tulikuwa. Area MCA yuko hapa hivi. Kando na hivyo, area MCA yeye pia ni fan wa Dero FC. Kabla hajakuwa MCA, alikuwa ni fan sugu kabisa. Kwa hivyo sasa hivi nadhania huenda ni mambo na shughuli ndo zimemwingia, ama sijui kama mambo na onana pia ipo ndani, lakini tumejua hakuna. Ni afadhali sasa atoroke awe ni timu Kenya kabisa. Nimesikia mtu amesema Kenya ilipigwa 4. Hizo 4 sisi hatuoni. Kitu moja tunaona ni ile moja yetu peke yake. Na tulikuwa tunajua Kenya ilikuwa icheza against Cameroon. Kenya ilikuwa inacheza against Manchester. Bas. RMCA karibu.
Before RMCA speaks, let me talk and then RMCA will introduce our guests. Thank you very much, Honorable Owalo, our guests. We appreciate you coming and sitting with us. Dero, we've walked a journey. Like they were saying, Dero was started, actually we started Dero 2010, but registered 2015 under Ministry of Social Services. And 3 years ago, we complied with the Sports Act 2013. So we've moved this journey. There was a time when we started, we played County League unbeaten. That time it was from County League to Division 2. And then Corona came after playing 2 seasons. Actually, that season we knew we were going to Division 1 because number 1 was ahead of us with 1 point. And we had played so many away games. We were only going to have, out of 11 games, we were only going to have 3 away games. So hiyo tulikuwa tumesema tutacheza hata ka na ulimi paka tupande. But when Corona came, that time I was an official of federation, and nilisema it's so tough asking for support when people know that we've been sanctioned, because there was no movement and then we got sanctioned. So we went to Division 2, and then we dropped to regional, and then we dropped to county that we just concluded. So for us as management, we decided when we leave county league, we are going up without looking back. And as a result, we are working on a strategic plan that we've shared among our leaders. We have redone our constitution, referencing Gor Mahia constitution, FC constitution, and we've checked where Sports Act can tie us. So we are building a brand. We are building a brand that when, like now, we've left county league, we've gone to regional. We are not going to. Let me say, we are going to get promoted to Division 2, going up. As you know, right now, Siaya County has only 3 teams within high ranking, which is Division 2. Then that is, we have Bondo United, Karapol, and Imbaya Talents. And then we now come to regional, where we have 5 teams: Dero, Asembo United, we have Gombe, we have Montana, those are from Alego, and then we have Madungu, that's from Ugenya. And the journey continues. The rest are in the county league. So for us, we've tried touching the community as well. Dero has 2 community programs. One is the Dero FC Think Green initiatives. We do tree planting just to get well with our community, and we were taking stock. We are at 5,013 trees that we planted. We also have Dero Edu, that is Dero Education, and what we've been doing, there was a time we were playing FKF Cup. We went to Sigalagala, and they were receptive of us. They liked the way the players were young and have a future. So they took some players, and they were also given scholarship to study for free. What we are catering for as the FC is the accommodation and meals within the institution, and something that we keep on telling our players and the community. Those who have finished Form 4 and would want to advance their education, I have a direct line to Ugunja TTI, and I have a direct line to Sigalagala. We've also had ladies from the community who are not part of the team that have also gotten scholarship opportunity through awareness that when you are taken to TVET, actually the government fully pays for you the school fee. That is, there is a TVET fund and help. So that is something that I would also want to emphasize on, that we are doing. Our fans are the greatest asset that we have. Although at times, I'll say when they are here, at times when we are being beaten, they disappear. But when we are winning, they come. So, but we have a few. We have like Mwalimu John. Actually, Mwalimu John was my teacher in primary, and he has worked with me this journey. It's called John Otieno. We have Min God. Min God. I always call her fan number 1. Whenever we are going, whenever the stomachs of the players want to be looked into, she's always there. We have a few like Moses who walks around asking the business community to contribute so that we can have something for the players in terms of meals. So I want to thank the community because they've been with us. And also as an office, we've tried also getting into partnerships. There was a time we approached this jersey you are seeing written Magos. This one is a local farm from Asembo. So we are encouraging. We are encouraging local organizations to support us. Like right now, Magos always supports us moving around, and for us, for them to see the benefit of their money, we told them, you can make us a jersey, our traditional jersey. Actually, this is our traditional jersey. This is the alternative jersey, and then there is a green jersey. It's not here. For Dero, we do our own jerseys, and from the jerseys, we always try to reproduce more so that we sell to our fans. Sorry, we had made some for you, but by the time we are getting here, the jerseys were not there. But you will still get them. You will still get them, and the legends, I'll also look for you so that you get a piece. It's a way of creating brand awareness that there is a team that is doing well. In fact, in terms of merchandise, I think in terms of vibrancy, it's Gor Mahia, then us, and the next Eliud Owalo tournament, the merchandise that will be sold here are Dero merchandise, and we'll block. If Gor is coming, they have to pay us to use our. Yeah. So, and I want to recognize that this is not the first time you've supported us. Goro Ronge brought us some quality balls immediately after the tournament, and we need to appreciate that. I've been talking to you. You've been supporting me to support the team, which I appreciate. And then we've also transitioned players to higher leagues, and that's the beauty of having a team at this local level. I was asked the other day what inspired you to start Dero FC. When I was leaving campus, there are players that we were with in secondary school. When I was finishing my campus, these players were all gone. They went to fish and everything, and at the same time, where I reached secondary's nationals final, and I saw an opportunity to start a club so that we can transition these players to go to other leagues so that they can earn a living. So that's how we started Dero, and I don't want to talk much about support and sponsorship. Those ones we'll discuss, and where necessary, we'll write to you. They've requested for a few things. We will look into that. And for now, I want to pass over the mic to the area MCA.
He's trying to tell you that he's vying. We are right now in football politics. He's vying as Siaya County Branch Chairman, of which I'm very sure he's going to get. You need to know that.
Thank you. I thought this one was not a political occasion, but in our quest to make football better, to bring good governance, I'm throwing myself to the ring so that working with other partners like Eliud Owalo, we can make Siaya County League and grassroots football to be competitive and incentivized. So, yeah, so with that, I want to hand over the mic to area MCA so that it's handed over to your appointed MC, which is Goro Ronge. So, karibu Mheshimiwa.
Thank you, Chairman. To our guest of the day, our Waziri Eliud Owalo, and the current Deputy Chief of Staff in the government of President William Ruto, the Gor Mahia legends, our community, and the reason why we are here, the Dero Football Club members, good afternoon. First, I want to be brief. Mine is just to usher the team in so that we get to know the reason as to why Waziri thought it wise to be with Dero FC today. So it's the purpose, and he bears what we need to know. First, I want just to appreciate you for taking your time out of your busy schedule as a government employee to have your time and be with us here today on a weekend where people are so busy. We appreciate, we don't take it for granted. We also want to appreciate you, for many who are here. I'm Nguru Gordon Onyango, member of County Assembly representing this ward. I was once here with you, not in a comfortable sitting, because at that time is when your government was formed, and I was from the backyard of Baba, and we were very busy with our demonstration, and you came to bring food here for our people, and I said, okay, we'll just take food, but Monday, we are ready for Tuesday. It was not even comfortable sitting, because by that time, if you sit with Eliud, I was here, and you know how you take photos here. Before I could reach Siaya, my photo was already with the governor of Siaya. So what could salvage me from that situation is the pronouncement I made here. So that clip also went. So okay, he had the courage, where there's an Air Force One, to say that we can still ready for Tuesday. Then I was safe. Today I'm very confident and easily seated next to you. I don't even have any worry, because we are in a broad-based government. So it's easy. That's how politics of this nation look like. The big thing is that we are one, and we have reason to smile when our son is in that position today. I want to say, many people say Eliud is too much in Asembo, but charity begins at home. And after all this is done, you will come back to Asembo. And it is us. The worry of our people is that when they are in power, they don't tell us anything. We only hear that they were having high-ranking state officers when they are sacked. That's when they be them together. But for Eliud, we will mourn with you, because when you are at that position, we could see that our person is there. Today here, I'm happy you have brought, through your network and your foundation, you have brought in Safaricom Foundation to restructure Oboj primary and junior secondary school at 35 million. We don't take it for granted. And what I like with your partnership is not a renovation or a joke. I passed via Kameto, and if you could see the kind of structures, the utilities which our pupils will enjoy, we say thank you. And I believe that is the same thing which is going to happen to Oboj. Again, we are seeing the development of a tourist attraction point at Eliud Owalo, not Eliud, but Joan Owalo Memorial Place in Oboj. We also say thank you. And we believe we still get more given opportunity and when God guides you otherwise. Finally, sport is the backbone of our community. And when these young boys are here, and if we get opportunity to engage them, then we'll reduce on abuse of substance and also on increased crimes. That is, you know, Waziri, if we were to rank places or divisions in terms of insecurity, then the division which is majorly Asembo would be number one insecure place to be in Siaya County. We need to find how we get our youth busy so that we avert the crime which is rapidly increasing in our area. I know you know that we just lost a government official recently after being attacked at his residence by unknown people, the chief, assistant chief for member sublocation. So your partnership with Dero is welcome and we appreciate. We know now Siaya County or Arieda sub-county has only 2 teams which will be representing them in the regional football. That is Dero FC and Asembo United. We believe you have the heart and the energy to make these boys smile. Why it's difficult to manage a club, you know, and with your legend, you know, these boys are not on salary. They are doing it voluntarily because Dero FC football clubs cannot employ them and cannot put them on salary because of lack of resources which we can use to pay them. They are doing it voluntarily and because they believe in sport. So I thank you so much for taking your time to be here. I invited you. We'll be hosting our inaugural East Asembo Ward Under-20 Championship, slated for 2nd December to 6th of December at these grounds. We welcome Eliud Owalo Foundation and yourself to partner with us so that we give our youth an opportunity. We also request that through your network you will bring in scouts from the national level to come and check on our talented youths, and this would give them opportunity to get opportunity in better clubs and better places. Thank you so much. Welcome to East Asembo. May good Lord bless you and bless your team. Allow me to invite the person I was told to invite to take over. Karibu sana.
To the chief guest, legends of Gor Mahia, players of Dero, fans of Dero, government officials who are here, the security team, and the Fourth Estate who are also with us. Good afternoon. I don't have much to say right now, but my duty will just be simple. To at least let the legends introduce themselves. One, they'll give their name, the duration they played in Gor Mahia, and might be a memorable match that they remember. I'll start from my left. Thank you. No, I'll introduce myself last.
All protocol observed. My name is Laban Jobita. I played for Western Stima, Hot Stars, Yosabima, Kwasa Kwasa, and later Gor Mahia. Right the year 89 to 92. All those years I was in Gor Mahia. But when I left Gor Mahia, I came back in Kisumu in 97, started a team called Western Stima again. So I am the person behind Western Stima Football Club. I was the president of Western Stima Football Club. Right now, we are here simply because of the Honorable. When the government had some issues and the cabinet was dissolved, I was one of the people who were praying for my cabinet secretary. My cabinet secretary is known, and we are working with him even right now. I thank God that he got a better position than what we were praying for. Yes? Are we together? Before I sit down, I want to say, or I want to tell you here, that I'm vying for the next position of Nyanza. Kindly talk to him. Once he gets the position, tell him to vote for me, because according to him, I don't think whether he would have voted for me if he would have given. That is the truth of the matter. I played football. Tell him to vote for me. What I cannot forget is that football is paying. Na kila mtu ako na bahati yake. Kuwa na nidhamu, na bahati yako itafunguka, utachukuliwa na one of these guys na utapelekwa mbali. Usiseme ati nani aendi mazoezi, sasa mimi siendi. Fanya mazoezi na wewe utakuwa na bahati yako na itafunguka. Thank you.
The chief guest has reminded me that I should tell you my name. My name is James Goro Oronge. I was a striker, but I'll talk about myself later.
Hamjambo nyote mabibi na mabwana. Kwanza to our chief guest Mr. Eliud Owalo, MCA, pole. My fellow Gor Mahia legends, honorable guests, Dero team, Dero team, members of the Fourth Estate. My name is Bobo Gola, and I played for Gor Mahia from the year 1977 to 1987. That was 10 years. I started off in Kisumu, playing for Kisumu Hot Stars. Then I joined Gor Mahia. I only played for 2 clubs in my entire career. And apart from playing for Gor Mahia, I played for Harambee Stars for the same period of time. And after retiring, I've been coach in various clubs, including Gor Mahia, Kenya Police, Sofapaka, City Stars, and I've really enjoyed my time as a footballer. Goro Ronge, we grew up in Kisumu. His father was coach of the Goseji team, the initial team that brought Kenya into the limelight. I'd like to say that to Dero team, football needs the support of everybody in the community. Like even when a child is born, he doesn't belong to the family only. He belongs to the community. And the community will only come in when you are doing well. If you're not doing well, they'll run away, like it was said by your chief fan here a few minutes ago. So mine is just to encourage you that before you get that, before you ask for that support, then show that you need that support. Mine will just be to encourage you from what I've heard by the previous speakers, is that your performance has been fluctuating. Now you must find somewhere where you are not going up and down. You must always climb up and up and up. That is what we did in Gor Mahia, and it was also always under pressure. In Gor Mahia, if you joked around, you are kicked out. Sometimes even without allowance, but you had to play. So for me, I'd like to encourage you. Our chief guest, Mr. Owalo, with this foundation, is not involved only in soccer. He supports basketball. I know he's a lover of the game, and he knows all of us. He's younger than us, than some of us, but he knows us very, very well. Sometimes he tells us our stories himself, and we wonder where he got all this stuff. So, I just like to thank him that us, as legends of Gor Mahia, he has plucked us out of the mud where we were forgotten, and we are back in the limelight now. And I thank him so much. He has the heart of a lion, and just want to tell him that just keep on what you're doing. God will reward you. The other thing is that, just like my friend has just said, when the shuffle was done, some of us were heartbroken. But I talked to him like an elder brother, and he always responds. Whatever time, anywhere, anytime. So, me is to thank him that he has brought us to several locations here to do whatever we are doing even right now, and I thank him so much. So you guys, the challenge that you can throw back to him is your good performance. Just do your best and aim for the sky. Otherwise, my fellow brothers, thank you so much. My fellow legends, without these guys, I would not be what I am, because he was in goal, he was in defense, Austin was there besides me, Tobias Ochola, Michael Tien, although he played with me for 1 month before I retired. Dao also we played for 2 years, Yeah, I'm the oldest amongst them. Otherwise, guys, mine is just to thank you and thank everybody for organizing this occasion, and may God bless you all. Thank you. Guru, you hand it over to me.
Sorry, I have a problem with my speech. Yeah. So I'll hand over this one to my captain to speak about me. Good afternoon. Good afternoon again. Thank you, Waziri, for bringing us together. My names are Austin Oduor. You used to call me Makamu, but now I'm an old man. David Ochieng, who was our goalkeeper, he joined Gor Mahia in 1982 from Steamer FC. So we stayed with him up to 1987, 88, 89, 90. 91 is when he left, because I also left in 1991. He was our first goalkeeper, and he did a lot of good things. Because I remember he could initiate an attack from the goal by giving the long balls to the goalkeepers. I remember there's a time this guy scored a goal from him, Tony Ndolo, and then 3 touches. David Ochieng, Anthony Ndolo, Peter Dao. Goal. So that is the kind of a player he was in goal. Otherwise, he played for the national team. He was the number 1 in the national team. And he did a lot for Kenyan football. Sawa. When I come to myself, I've told you my name. I'm Austin Oduor. I was once a player for Umeme Football Club somewhere in Nairobi called Ziwani. Then I joined Gor Mahia in 1980, late 1979, early 1980. So I played for the 1980 season. I played for Gor Mahia from that time up to 1991. How many years are those? 12 years. 12 years. Yes, 12 years. Yes. So I played for 12 years in Gor Mahia. So we persevered. When there were good things, we got them. When it was hard, we also persevered and went through the mud to reach the next stage, which was maybe a better stage. At the end of the day, because of the effort that we put, we managed to be what we are. But we started the same way you people have started, from very small teams. And if you are from a small team, it requires you to be hardworking and be committed to what you're doing. Because that's the only way you can wear yourself from that mud to a better place. Because by showing your talent and giving your best to your team, that is when you will be seen by other teams as a good player. And they will recruit you to be a team which will be a better place for you to be. So what I will urge you to do is, despite the hardship that there is in you, please try and close your eyes, do your best, and sell yourself. Because when you're given that platform to play in the pitch, there you're selling yourself. The team might lose, but you also lose with it. But if you put your effort and win from those difficult situations, then you are sure of getting a place up there.
For my friend, younger brother, because he was a friend to my younger brother, and I knew him before he came to politics. Thank you very much for being what you are, for being a pillar in people's lives. You are paying school fees for people. You are helping clubs to grow. And when you help clubs to grow, it's like you are you are planting seeds into those clubs by making the players to be able to get at least a way of survival in future. Because by bettering their playing in wherever they are, then and they are seen by other teams, it means that you have already planted them if they're doing it through your support. That is great. I thank you for also giving us the opportunity to meet people around through your foundation. Because the foundation might not be seen to be doing much, but it is doing much. Those who make noise don't do much. But those who do things when they're quiet do much because they are concentrating on what they're doing. And that is what it is. With those few remarks, I said thank you for welcoming us here in Nyilima. Sawa, karibuni. Asante.
Habari zenu. It's a pleasure to be here. This is the second time, I believe. All my names are Tobias Ochola Juakali, defender. Played for Gor Mahia between 1986 to 96 as a player inside the field. Then the 2 years after, I coached Gor Mahia. So that's a plus. Okay. I'm sorry for the disturbance, but what has brought us here is to make fun. And all the times we've been here through our friend Eliud, it's been a common party to see the young team grow. You can grow using our names because you didn't see us play, but we can come see you play and advise. One, if you are not disciplined, can you do well in class? Can you play any sport? No. So discipline is key. And then you have to be a fast learner. You can learn watching the active play on the pitch or through TV and copy. Sawa sawa. For the rest of you, you are still growing as tumewacha. But you can still learn using our names. Because our names, we are brand names in this country. Wherever you go and ask for these names, you'll never go wrong. As at now, we are retired but not tired. So is there a difference? Yeah? We are retired from active play but we are not tired. So when you come to us, we'll advise you on what to do because of the experience we have. With the friends we have around, I think the youngest amongst the legends that are here is not Mike, don't worry, is Jobita. Because when we were playing, Jobita came in last. Sindio. Then the senior most ahead of me, Goro, Austin, the captain, Devi, JB, Fundi. Then I come in there, then Mike will follow. and then last is, because we came with Dao together. So he's not older than me or I'm not younger than him, yes. But the damage we did to African teams is immense. So if you read the history, if I'm not there, that was hopeless. Because I was the person feeding Dao with all, either the throw-in or the pass from the overlaps, then he scores. So who was doing the major work? but you cannot score nothing. So it's just like the hen and the egg. Captain, the hen and the egg, which one is better than the other? No, it cannot be both. so which one came first? They cannot come first, the two of them, because they are not twins. Yeah, so guys, sports help us to create fun. Sports help us to grow healthy, because if you are healthy, you'll never fall sick. You'll do well in class because you are ever active, and then whatever you plan to do, you'll do well. And sports, for me, at the end of it all, it unites the people. For me, that is the most important thing. Because if it were not for sports, I would have known Waziri here. But because Waziri came to the stadium to watch us, then he got attracted to the little people that were running, chasing something round on the pitch, and he was very happy. And he said that that is the way to go. Because without unity, you cannot succeed. So lastly, Dero, it is so sad that you make 2 steps forward, then you fall back another 2 steps. Are you growing? Yeah, so make sure that you struggle and try and get something for the next game so that you don't fall back all the time. Because when you come back again, some of you will lose hope and then you go into something else. Sawa. When I was a student, I also, part of my education I did in Siaya. I learned my advanced level, which is no longer there today, at Usenge High School. I played in, I think, in all the secondary schools around, and the people who are around then know. It was next to Wakina David's place. So I believe that I'm coming from Homa Bay County. So if you want to get a mama from the other end, because that is the next step, you can liaise with me, then we ship around. So that we tie the relationship further. So with those few remarks, I only want to wish you guys well in whatever you do. But discipline is key. If you are not disciplined, you'll never do well in class, you'll never succeed in sports. Thank you.
Thank you, Joakali, for being brief. I know if you could have given him more time, we could still be getting that lecture here. Now, welcome one of Asembo's finest sons.
Kwa Owalo, Waziri Owalo, area MCA, our area chief, 4th Estate, wachezaji wa Dero, stakeholders, habari zenu tena. Kwa majina naitwa Peter Ching Dao. Mambo ya shule nilisoma St. Mary's Yala in the 80s. I played for Siaya United, kuna Yala Mwalimu when I was still in school. Then I joined government in 1986. Played until 1991. In 1990, nilienda pro in Egypt Then 91 nikaenda Saudi Arabia tena upro. Then nikacheza golf tena kidogo, then I stopped playing football. Habari yangu about the Mandela Cup tulicheza. My colleague Ochola ameongea, without him singekuepo. Nashukuru all the balls akona rusha, mimi naingiza. So if I was not there angekuwa nazirusha na angekuwa nazifunga. So players nikija hiyo side, it's teamwork. Huwezi cheza peke yako. Lazima mfanye nini? Uwe teamwork. Sio? The other one again in the final. In fact, we are playing the first leg. That was in 87, you about Mandela Cup. So dakika za mwisho keeper unaona, dakika mwisho saa Lara salama. Hakuna kuanzisha ball. So David our goalkeeper akasema to play mbali. So when he took the ball, he hit the ball, then my fellow colleague Anthony Ndolo, may he rest in peace, headed the ball, nikasema hapa waje nikimguu. Then it went in 2-2. So unaona? That was in Tunisia. Then that year I was the top scorer in Africa with 10 goals. 9 nilifungwa kwa miguu, 9 nilifungwa kwa kichwa, 1 nilifungwa kwa miguu. Then that year again I was ranked 5th in Africa after Abedi Pele. But nashukuru waziri sana, waziri Owalo, vile mwenzangu Bobe ameongea, ametutoa kwa ile matope kidogo. At least nyinyi hamkutuona tukicheza, mnasikia down ni nani, at least mnatuona, sio? Then Ochola ameongea, amesema you could actually imitate. Sangile mnasema ndio kwa kama Ochola, lakini kama unarusha ball kama yeye, ndio kwa kama Dao, lazima unapiga head kama yeye. Ndio kwa kama Bobby, lazima udefend kama yeye, sio? Usijiite mtu tu lakini unacheza the reverse. Otherwise tunashukuru waziri sana, we actually prayed for him wakati ile alikuwa nje, but he still did all these things anafanya saizi, hata kama ako ameitwa tena kwa ofisi. Tumpigeni makofi. Otherwise mimi ni mtu Asembo na tukaruma school kwetu kwa babangu ni hapa Kandaria, so ni mtu Asembo hapa, so tuko pamoja, tuko the same blood. Your chairman nani ni mzuri, is doing a very good job. Kuna time ameni approach, I think there's a time I came here kidogo mara moja nika promise vitu zingine, mambo ikasambaratika, so sikurudi tena. So vile waziri ameleta tena hapa, I think I opened the chapter again. So saa zingine nikipita nikienda Ocha naweza shuka hapa hivi, sasa nimebabada accounts kidogo, naweza nikadrop hapa kama kuna mtu kwa ground na mtu wa kibanda pale, sio? Others, I wish you all the best. Nimesahau kitu moja. Nikicheza mpira urafiki wa nzuri kabisa kabisa. Always love your colleague. Msikosane kabisa. Gor is a very good friend of mine. Unaona tuachani kabisa. Nikiingia Gor, mimi ndo nilimtoa, nilimnyang'anya hiyo namba 9. Huyo. Mnamwona? Siku ile niliingia kwa ground, kesho tena kwa training tena. Mpaka watu wa leo hajarudi kwa ground. Lakini unaona tuko friends. So friendship ni very key. Msikosane. Endo nilimnyang'anya namba 9 kwa Gor. Niliingia akaenda kabisa, hajawahi kurudi Gor tena juu yangu. Asanteni.
Asante Dao. Bado tunaendelea na wachezaji wengine. Hiyo tumesikia, lakini you know what you owe Dero FC. Yeah, you made a promise, just honor the promise. Makofi kwa Muga. He did not tell you his nickname. Anaitwa Muga. Nani anajua Muga? Anafanya aje? Ni mtu wa kugonga tu vitu. Let's go on.
Hamjambo tena. Mheshimiwa Mr. Owalo, MCA wa Semui, wachezaji, ofisi, hamjambo tena. Kwa majina naitwa Michael Otieno. Mimi ndio kama kitinda mimba kwa wazee wote. Mimi ndio mimi nilianza mpira kitambo kidogo. Nichezea timu inaitwa Nyanam FC. Mimi ni mzaliwa wa Nakuru So nikiwa Nyanam FC nikaenda Kakamega High School, nikatoka Kakamega High School nikaingia Gor Mahia. Niliingia Gor Mahia mwaka wa 87, lakini nikaanza kucheza mwaka wa 88. So hao wote ambao na vile Bob alisema nilicheza naye kama mwezi moja tu kisha akaacha mpira. Mimi nilianza kuona Bob akicheza mpira nikiwa mdogo, Austin pia nikiwa mdogo, na kisha baadaye tukaja sasa tena tukawa tunacheza na Austin. Austin akawa captain wangu, tukacheza na Ochola Dao. So mimi nashukuru sana. Mimi jambo lile ningeweza kusema ni wanasema kindness will always follow you. If you do good things, if you're kind, kindness will always follow you. It maybe follow you, but it might follow your children and your generation to come. So Mr. Owalo namjua mwaka 87 nikiwa Musco, alikuwa supporter mkubwa sana Mumias Sugar Company. Hiyo ndio timu ya kwanza ya ligi niliweza kuingia na niliweza kuingiza hiyo timu kwa ligi. So mimi nimecheza pia Harambee Stars, niliingia Harambee Stars nikiwa na miaka 24 na 1992 Kenya ikifuzu kwenda Cup of Nations Senegal. Mimi ndio ambaye wale walipigania sana Kenya kenda Senegal 1992. So mimi mpira imenifundisha bure, na kama si mpira labda singeenda shule. So football ina save life. Maybe singekuwa hapa leo hii kusilenu na kuweza kuongea. So tushukuru sana mpira. Jambo la mwisho ningependa kusema tu kwa wachezaji. Yale mazoezi ambayo unafanya, coach atakupatia only 20%. 80% ni yako. 80% si kidogo, ni mingi. So zile mazoezi unafanya saa zile coach akuoni. Si ati coach akisema saa moja mko saa moja, ile mazoezi unafanya peke yako. Kama maybe hujui kujuggle, au ufanya juggling peke yako polepole. Hii zile mazoezi unafanya coach akuoni. Hiyo ndio mazoezi ambayo itakuja kufanya nini? Kukupeleka juu. So kwa hayo mengi nashukuru sana kuwa hapa kwa uwezo wa Bwana Owalo. Owalo ametusupport sana. Sisi tuna group inajiita Gor Mahia Legends Welfare Group. Owalo amekuwa ametushikilia kabisa, na tunakushukuru sana Bwana Mheshimiwa Owalo kwa saa zote kutufikiria sisi. Kwa siku kama leo nafikiria ungekuwa hapa, maana hakuna kitu tunatafuta ya maana, lakini kwa mapenzi yako, kwa wema wako umeweza kufika hapa leo hii, na mara nyingi anakuja, si kweli? So nyinyi mna bahati sana, mmebarikiwa sana kuwa na shujaa Owalo kama kiongozi wenu. Asanteni sana.
Thank you. That's Mike Otieno. Kama unataka chenga ndogo ndogo na dabal, kazi yake hiyo.
Habari mheshimiwa MCA na wageni wote na wachezaji. Kwa majina anaitwa George Onyango. Fundi. Niliingia Gor Mahia 1984 na nikaacha 1993. Nitoka Lake Warriors Mombasa. Timu yangu kwanza kucheza mpira Mombasa. Toka Mombasa nikakuja Nairobi. Sina mengi ya kusema, asanteni.
Your Fundi doesn't want to talk much, but I'll leave it at that. Okay, let me have Omolo Chonjo. Actually, the one who played, this is the guy Waziri used to support. Huyu ndiye alikuwa Waziri anapigia makofi yake. Kama bado wako
Waziri, rafiki yetu Waziri, MCA wa hii area, the legends here present, Chief Omino rafiki yetu, viongozi, Chief, viongozi wa Dero FC, wachezaji, amjambo. Amjambo tena. Mimi naitwa General Domolo, na mimi ni jirani yenu, natoka hapa chini Uyoma. Kama unajua shule moja inaitwa Masala. hapo chini. Na nimefurahia siku ya leo kuwatembelea tukiwa chini ya waziri. Si mumesikia maneno kutoka kwa legends. Mimi mpira yangu nilicheza kwa Kisumu Hot Stars na Kisumu All Stars. Na nataka kuambia mpira imenisaidia mimi. Na mpira inaweza kuwasaidia hata nyinyi. Nimesikia mkisema kuna problems here and there in the management because of resources. As a player, as long as you have the ball and the field, yeah, just do your best. Because when a team comes calling, it will not come for the whole team. It will come for a player. Don't allow anything to stand on your way towards realizing your football potential. Sawa. Sina mambo mengi, mmesikia kutoka kwa legends. Ningependa tu kusema asante tena kwa waziri. Waziri, you know, you gave us the opportunity to be part of the Eliud Owalo Super Cup, whose climax was here on the 29th December last year, when Nyanza combined team played against Gor Mahia. And those who were here, I'm sure you saw, the United team gave a very good account of itself. Waziri, the purpose was to bring football to the ground so that we can tap the raw talent from the ground. And indeed, I'm happy it was not in vain, Waziri. When we were at Bondo United, we were told there's a boy who was picked from there is with Ulinzi. And here again, I think Chief is the Chief who alluded to the...
Like Waziri, it's not him playing, but he'll be remembered for who he brought up. So now, let the heading not end in you. We want to see another boy from Dero doing the heading and scoring so many goals, and we say that is down. That is when you've made an impact, if your legacy is there. Yeah, my captain has reminded me of something, and I have to work on it. Eliud Owalo Foundation has organized so many events, and the values of Eliud Owalo Foundation are very simple. It is respect, which is very important. It respects people. There is a lot of integrity in what we do. Don't think what we are doing here is guesswork. It had already been planned in a strategic planning meeting which we had in Nairobi. So this day had to come, but it was in this particular phase of this year. We are diverse. Like, for example, the basketball that we had in Kisumu, it was both for boys and girls. So we are not restricting ourselves to a particular thing. Now Eliud Owalo Foundation also has pillars that drive. So we have women empowerment that we've done a lot with until recently. One of the biggest conferences was to happen in Kisumu, but due to the name Gen Z me at time because a lot of things in my heart. But that meeting was going to bring all businessmen in Kisumu. So there's women empowerment in it. There is also an issue of water. Might be it's coming soon. But one of these days, you'll see it. That is one of the things that he spells out in his strategy on what he wants to do. The other one is sport, and I think sports is what we are, and that is in football. That is in football, basketball, and there was a little bit of rugby, if we can recall. He wants to, so in those particular sports, we have the Owalo Super Cup. I think Gerald talked about it. We had schools from Nyanza, both number 1 and 2 in basketball. They played at Kenyatta Sports Ground and Maseno. And again, in Nairobi, the top teams in Kenya, we had a basketball tournament for men and ladies. So you can see what the foundation has done when it comes to the area of sports. Yeah. And the bus that, the Gor Mahia bus also, everybody sees something that is running in the road. You can see how big it is. That's one of the things that the Eliud Owalo Foundation has also done. On the side of health, I think you're the beneficiaries here, if I'm not wrong. That's another pillar in Eliud Owalo Foundation. And on health, I think you had a clinic here. I think he assembled some of the top doctors within the region who came down and you had some medical attention. This is going to spread, not only here. It's going to spread throughout the Siaya County and many other places. So that's again another pillar that Eliud Owalo is. Definitely environment goes with climate change issues, and recently we had planting of trees. We'll look back just because we completed our strategic plan, but I believe next year, this particular day that we celebrated recently will be big, and might we will combine it with the game of football at the end, so that we have such a special day. Tunafanya kazi ya kupanda miti, especially here. It's not good to see fields open like this. So at the edges we can plant trees, and that is one of the major things that we are going to do. So those are the pillars in Eliud Owalo Foundation, and they do much more. They go beyond that. They have a structure. There's the CEO. Everybody is there. We have even an audit who actually audits all the works that are being done there. So back to me, my name is Goro Oronge. I was a striker number 9 in Gor Mahia from 1984 to 1986. I think I played the shortest time. But not only that, I went to table tennis, whereby I became also one of the top players in Kenya and represented Kenya. So I'm not a one-band radio. I'm somebody who is multi-talented. So can you clap for me also for that? But I participated in the Africa Championship. I not participated in the Africa Cup of Cup Winners' Cup, but I participated in Africa Cup of Nations in table tennis, which is another discipline all of again. The highest I went in Kenya, I was 3rd ranked in table tennis, so I was in the Kenya team, playing to that level. 1976, when I was in school with Bob, again, I was called in the Kenya junior hockey team. We were supposed to go to Zambia, but it aborted. That was again another talent I had. I had also played hockey, but much of the records are not facing his name, but I was in the Kenya team, junior team in 1986. Makofi kwangu pia kwa hivyo. So, thank you, Dero. I think I'm just winding up. As a striker, True now took over from me. But sometimes a lot of things vary, but now took over from me. I also took over from one of the finest, and I believe one of the best strikers ever seen in Kenya, called Hesbon Omolo. Nani nalisikia Hesbon Omolo? Kama ulisikia Hesbon Omolo, huyo pia mimi nilimtoa, nikasema kae kwa bench kidogo. So nao pia kunitoa, Gor Mahia ni relay. Ukae hapo sio kwenu. Unaendelea na vitu zingine. In fact, when I left is when I went to table tennis. So that was a mission again calling. Now, as I go back, these legends, just like you've seen them, wamemaliza career yao, walikuwa wanafanya kazi, wengine kwa serikali. With us we played to get a job. Siku hizi nyinyi mnacheza ati pro. Na ukiona game yenu pro, tunaona Harambee Stars. Tunaona hizo pro, I don't know, it's a little bit different. So sometimes to get what you are doing is difficult. But I would give you just one word. I don't want to talk much. There are 5 S's of football. 5 S. So if there are many, there are S's. Number 1, there is speed. Ebu sema speed. Ya wachezaji. You have to do a lot of training in speed. That was one strength. Our striking force went down. The Lendolo was one of the fastest players we had. And he was not the first in God to use such a fast player. We had one person we called Chore. Was also very fast. He could run, anakufukuza paka huko nje ya kiwanja kama bado anakimbia. So speed must be there in the team. To skill, sema skill. Skill is difficult to teach. A coach will not teach you skill. Hapo ni ngumu sana. Skill is inborn, but there are some trainings that a coach anaweza kufundisha kwa skill. For example, control, you can do a lot of trainings with control. Na hizo zitakusaidia. Sasa, yenye nafuata hiyo ni strength, sema strength. You have to do strength training. Without strength training, hakuna hapo. Mpira ni nguvu. And I think now could tell you more about that. Mali inatakana nguvu. Striker kama una nguvu ama players wengine kama una nguvu. Kama to me, Harambee Stars na Gor Mahia, what they lack right now is strength. I don't think they do strength training. Kwa sababu unapata kama watu kidogo kuna ile uchovu hawana hiyo nini. Hizo ni yes gapi? Ya nne ni kitu inaitwa stamina. Sema stamina. Stamina ni kama watu wamemaliza training, watu wamechoka. Na ndio sasa unatoka mbio mpaka saradidi. Are you getting it? Umemaliza training ati watu wamechoka ndio tena unatoka na mbio unaenda wapi? It is that the one that comes after, kama everything has been used, kama uko tired kabisa. Sasa hapo ndio ulikuwa nasikia mtu anaitwa Alan Tiga alikuwa anaitwa the 90 minute. In other words, ana operate fully kwa hiyo 90 minute. So you must have stamina. Kuna exercises, coach, stamina runs ziko. Vitu mingi za kuongeza stamina kwa watu iko. Lastly, it is strategy. Na hiyo ni more on the coach. Hiyo Mandela tulishinda tu kushinda na hizo peke yake. It was a strategy yenye coach aliweka pale. Are we together? Na hiyo strategy ndio ilileta tukashinda hiyo team. Vile umesikia hapa Chola amesema alikuwa anatupa na dawa anapiga nini? It was not guesswork. It was strategy. Ni kitu ilikuwa imekuwa trained kwa train fail. Tukienda kwa implemented. So always remember those 5 S's in sport. So once again, I'm glad that I have the opportunity of introducing our guest, who we all know, who has done a lot, and I think all has been said here, and I've given examples through the pillars of the Eliud Owalo Foundation. It is, there was once I told him, can you separate yourself from Eliud Owalo Foundation? He was telling me, Goro, hii kitu ni nguvu, lakini I was telling him, yeah, people can also target you wakijaribu kutaka kuharibu foundation. But that was just a talk when we were planning some issues. So, but I know most of things are his initiative. So, ladies and gentlemen who are here, once again, I want to introduce our chief guest, Mheshimiwa Eliud Owalo, na makofi. Na makofi yangu itakuwa moja. Juzi ilikuwa environment. So tutakuwa na environment day na tutaimaliza na ragi ile polo piat moja tu. I'll do a demonstration. Ya environment ni bata kupiga hivi, tutapiga mara tatu. Alafu tunamaliza. Pia. Sasa sasa tusimame tukistretch pia, umejua mara nyingi tumekaa hatujajingi. Sasa let's organize ourselves. Ile environment, tukishukuru mambo ya environment, ili pia tusipigie watu kolele. 21. Haya, 1 2 3. Tena. Tena. Ya mwisho.
Thank you very much, Goro. Let me start by thanking God for giving us the opportunity to be with you here today. We are basically guests of Dero AFC today. I've been talking a lot with your chairman, and I told him that in God's best time, we will get the opportunity to come and meet Dero FC. Yeah? Before I say anything, I want to introduce to you some 3 great people who are the force behind this foundation, Eliud Owalo Foundation. So, Jen, come, and where's Geoffrey, and some 3 young people here. Where's Geoffrey and Kennedy? They are not here. Where is Geoffrey? And Kennedy. Where's Kennedy? Oh, Kennedy. Yeah, these 3 people are the force behind this foundation. They are the ones who coordinate things behind the scenes. Yeah? So this gentleman is called Geoffrey. Yeah? Geoffrey is from Asembo here. And then Kennedy is from Awendo. Yeah? And then Jane was born in South Africa. Where? So I don't know how miss. But from Uyoma, yes. Okay. Yeah? So these are the 3 people who coordinate most of the things in Eliud Owalo Foundation. Let's clap for them. Thank you. Sawa, sawa. Okay, good. So basically we are here today to motivate you people. And that's why, as opposed to coming alone, I decided to come with these legends. I've got a history with, individual history with almost each and every one of them here. Gerald Omolo there, when I was in Form 1 at Maseno, he was in Form 4. And he's one of the best footballers I've ever seen in my life. He was a midfielder. In fact, when he was playing for Kisumu Hot Stars, he was scouted to go and play for Gor Mahia. But he refused to go to Gor Mahia because of this other man, Onyango Fundi. He feared this. Because this man was in Gor Mahia and they were playing the same position, he feared going to Gor Mahia. That's why he didn't go to Gor Mahia. But one of the best midfielders I've ever watched in my life. Bob here, I was a friend to his younger brother when I was in school. We were age mates, his brother Gordon. And I remember those days when they were in Gor Mahia. You know, you people are lucky because you people, you can go and watch even the national team. Us even to watch Gor Mahia playing, it was not easy those days to get. Whenever they came to play in Kisumu, forget about going to watch them playing. There was a keeper called George Ayuka. There was another player called Antu Obunga. What we used to do, we used to go and watch. You know, they used to have one uniform. It is washed overnight. Then the following day, they use it again. So we used to go just to see where their clothes are aired when they are drying. Then we go back home satisfied. Yeah. Then Kamoga here, again, Bob played not just for Gor Mahia, but Harambee Stars. Yeah? The Harambee Stars which won Sekafa 3 years in a row. Bob was the number 4 in that team. And I remember when Kenya won the cup in Uganda, he played with a bandage on his head when he was injured. Kamoga here was goalkeeper, both not just for Gor Mahia, but also for the Kenya national what? National team. Number 1 goalkeeper. Austin, apart from being a player in Gor Mahia, he was the Gor Mahia award-winning captain in 1987 when Gor Mahia won the Mandela Cup. And he was also the captain of Harambee Stars 87, 88, 89, and also the captain who took Harambee Stars to Africa Cup of Nations 3 years in a what? In a row. Yeah? Tobias Ochola here, I knew Tobias when he was at Usenge High School. Yeah? And we were young children then. We were still in O level, but they were in A level. So we used to watch them playing. I also watched him playing when now he was in Hot Stars together with Anthony Ndolo and Gerald Omolo before he joined Gor Mahia. Then Goro here, the person I knew better, I really loved sports, but the person I knew better was his father. Because his father was a great sports person. Apart from starting a team from scratch, the father was also a very good table tennis player. Yeah? And also a former Kenyan international. But what he didn't tell you, maybe he was shy to tell you. In 1985, when Gor Mahia won the Sekafa Club Championship in Sudan, yeah, he was a key player in that team. And we won that cup by beating FC Leopards in the final. Makofi kwake. Then Dao was an idol in 1980 what? 87. One of the best strikers ever to be witnessed in Africa. Yeah? And a specialist in scoring with the head, the way you were told. Yeah? Dao was a great player, yeah? For Gor Mahia. But strangely enough, you know, God also has his own way of doing things. He was the best player in Gor Mahia, one of the best in Africa, but he didn't make impact in the national team. He was also in the national team, but didn't make impact there. I don't know why. Isn't it, Goro? He didn't make much impact there. I knew Goro would say yes very fast. I knew Goro would. Yeah. Mike here. Mike, we knew each other in the 80s. When he joined, our firstborn sister was a teacher in Mumias. So when Mike joined Mumias Sugar Company Football Club, Musco, from Kakamega High School, we be fans there. We used to go and watch them, and we used to adore them. And I was a friend also. Mike now was playing together with Austin's brother, younger brother, who was also my friend, called Origi. Tony Origi. Yeah, that's how I knew Mike. But we were friends. I remember even, Mike, when you were playing for Gor Mahia, I used to come and visit you in your house there in Ngara, isn't it? Yeah? Yeah. So I knew Mike. I also knew the wife. But I met the wife later, and the wife told me that she left because Mike had so many girlfriends. So, this man, this guy, George Fundi, he used to be called Fundi wa Mpira. Yeah? He was a great talent to watch. There was a combination of him, another one called Abazamis Magongo, and Okelo Zangi. Perhaps the greatest midfield combination. And then Charles Utiena a bit. Yeah? The greatest midfield combination. Yeah? That you'd ever. So you see, I've been around one. I know these guys properly. Yeah, good. But the reason why I came with them is to enable them talk to you and give you words of what? Encouragement. Words of encouragement, and urge you that if they could make it those days under very difficult circumstances, you can actually do better today under better what? Circumstances. At times you may think you are playing under hard conditions, but let me tell you, the conditions you are playing in today is much better than the conditions these fellows used to play in. Those days they just used to play for fame, for the badge, the club. That was it. Things like allowances were hardly there. Salaries were never there, though they used to work for other institutions. So I wanted them to encourage you so that you get the motivation that it is possible to do what? To make it. From right here in Asembo. Sawa? Yeah? So please, get this opportunity to do your best. Make the best out of the skills that you have. There are people who would also want to play football, but they are not as skilled as yourself. So do the best. From right here in Dero FC, you may end up playing for Gor Mahia, you may end up playing for the Kenya national team, and you may also end up turning what? Professional, right from here. And football today is big money, big money. Yeah? You can become a billionaire through what? Through football. So please take the game as seriously as possible. We will keep on supporting you depending on unfolding events from time to time. But one thing I want to do for you people by next year is to build a stadium here. Through the foundation, I'm reaching out to certain people to support us so that we have a what? A stadium here. If you have a stadium here, then you can also benefit by get what? Get collections. Then you have a source of revenue. A sustainable source of what? Source of revenue. Then, once you have a sustainable source of revenue, the fluctuating level of performance will also be a thing of the past, because then now you can move from where you are to the next level, isn't it? Yes. You will not have challenges of those basics. We'll come back here again. The past 2 years, I brought Gor Mahia here at this stadium. This time round, I'll again bring Gor Mahia here in December. And this time round, I want to bring both Gor Mahia and AFC so that they play here. Yeah. So that you can watch both what? So that you can watch both teams. Now, let me say something to soccer stakeholders in general. One of the things killing soccer in Kenya is bad governance. Bad governance. Yeah? As we think of how to uplift the standards of soccer in the country, must also fix the governance. And I really want to appeal to soccer stakeholders, people like Jobita, people like Kevin Oswere here, who are in the game of management of football. Please, this opportunity that you guys have this time around, this FKF elections, please elect the right people to office. Elect the right people to office. People who have got a passion for the what? The game. So that we can uplift the standards of soccer and take back soccer to where soccer was in the 80s, yeah, and 90s, where Kenyan soccer was those days. The biggest challenge we have is bad governance. If there is bad governance in football, the private sector will not put money in what? In football. And to some of us who are diehard soccer fans, we long for the day when we have got the right people in management of soccer in this country. The problem that we have is that we have been electing the wrong people to the right positions. Let's use these elections this time round, please, to elect the right people, people who have got the soccer at heart, people who are really keen on uplifting the standards of football in Kenya, people who are going to exhibit good governance in football. And if we do that, we will truly professionalize soccer in this country. Sawa. For today, I brought you guys a set of, I think, 30 tracksuits. Where are they? Where are the tracksuits? I brought you a set of 30 tracksuits. Can present one to the captain, then we give them to you, you wear them. Wapi, captain? Good. Okay. Okay. There you are. Sawa. Yeah. Can you guys bring some so that these legends can present to them? To present to some of the players. Yeah. And then you can give them out, all of them. Okay. Aya, peana moja. Stand so that you get a tracksuit from these legends. You know, getting an opportunity to shake hands with these people is not easy. Yes. Wapi goalkeeper? Huh? Yeah. Their size, yeah. Okay. So just sit down, then you'll wear. Just sit down. Just sit down, then you'll be given, everybody will get in tracksuits. Yeah. Don't pick a tracksuit if you're not a player, please. Yeah. Good. So you have 30 tracksuits, and then where's the captain? Yeah, I also want to leave you with some little money. 200. For the players, yeah. So the players, hii ni pesa yenu ya kugawa, hapana ya club, hapana ya management, ya wachezaji. Sawa? Okay, so that's 200,000 for the players. And because I know the club also has some expenses to meet. Wapi chairman? Ndawacha na kitu kidogo management. 100,000. Yeah. Sawa. I think that's all for today.